Day one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it's day 5, the last day of our challenge, the last day where we spent half an hour or maybe a few minutes more together. And I had a blast this week. I had lots of fun, and I hope you guys as well. And I hope you took something out of this time we spent here on LinkedIn together. And I mean, we put so much content into this week, and I know how I feel when I'm basically bombarded with information, bombarded with content, new opinions, new ideas. It often really takes a while to digest, and this is why it's important to repeat, because repetition is the mother of all skills. This is why I think we should have a look back and just discuss what we learned this week, and see what changes we will implement on Monday. Yes, Monday next week, because there's a saying: if you don't have a plan for Monday, you don't have a plan. So on Monday is the day where you will take what you learned this week and put it into practice in your new business. So what are the key takeaways from this week? I mean, we started with our why. We started with the foundation of being an entrepreneur, and we talked a lot about why do people get into entrepreneurship. What is their primary reason? Do they want to be their own boss? Do they want to fulfill their passion? Do they want to have an impact in the world, really leave a legacy? Or do they want to just make money? And we also learned that the path is the way. that we should only focus on our primary goals, because we spend so much time as entrepreneurs. The goal is to have an extraordinary life. The goal is to really enjoy being an entrepreneur. And this is why we started thinking about the perfect day of an entrepreneur. The perfect day. So when we wake up in the morning, how we would feel. What thoughts would we have? What would we focus on? Would we focus on the problems we have to deal with this day? Would we focus on the salaries we have to pay, and maybe we don't have any money available? We focus on a client discussion we don't want? Or do we focus on things which inspire us? Do we focus on the change we will bring to the world? Do we focus on the employees we will work with today? Will we focus on the nice client interaction we will have? What were the area where we would live? What kind of people would we surround ourselves with? We also learned that the 5 people you spend the most time with basically shape your personality and shape you as a human being. So maybe thinking about the different type of people to spend more time with. Design our life as an entrepreneur. Design the day as an entrepreneur. Well, and then on day two already, we talked about 3 roles, 3 major roles every company needs to fulfill. And these roles are the role of an expert, an artist. So basically someone who really knows a topic inside out. Someone who really has a passion for a special topic. And it's not called artists for any mysterious reason. No, a lot of artists, they are expert in their field. They are expert in creating amazing experiences for their audience. But in order to be a successful, run a successful business, you must fulfill more roles than being an artist. You need to fulfill the role of a manager and leader. You need to really be able to develop an organization, to build a team, to develop a culture, to implement processes and procedures, to develop a business. And for this, you need business skills. You not only need expert or artist skills, you need business skills. And this is also the reason why many great artists or great entrepreneurs, they fail. You know, I mentioned a few examples of well-known artists, like Michael Jackson, who made a fortune, lots of money with their songs or whatever they produce. And then they end up in poverty, they end up in bankruptcy. Why? Because they never learned how to deal with money. They never implemented the systems they need to manage all this fortune they acquired. And this is why they end up poor again. And we don't want this, and you don't want this. So you know now that you have to focus on these 3 roles. On the expert, the artist, on the manager, the leader, and also on the entrepreneur. Because, hey, as an entrepreneur, you primarily work on the business, not in the business. You really design, you look at this from an outside view. You look at how your organization, your company is providing the services to your clients. You look at how your clients receive these services. And you observe how all these little bits and pieces work in your organization. And you can only do this when you step aside, you know, when you're not in the picture, when you're outside of it. And this is why the role of an entrepreneur is very essential. But how do we get to the role of an entrepreneur? Because most of us, we start as an artist. We start as a person who knows a topic inside out, who are good in a certain field. I started as an artist. I started as an IT consultant. Did projects for banks and corporates, and then I basically took a topic which was where this client implemented a big treasury system, and I took this topic and developed this topic. First, working as an artist for a few years, and then hiring my first people, building an organization, building a team, getting more clients. And I sort of stepped away from this artist role into the manager leader role and developed the business. What I didn't do early enough, which was my mistake, I didn't early enough make the transition to the entrepreneur. And this almost cost me my business, because I had a major downturn, a major crisis, and I didn't have the skills at this time to really get out of this crisis shorter than I took. So it took me a while to acquire these entrepreneurial skills. And this is why I think it's so important for you, depending on which area you are and which phase you are in your business, to really see all these three roles. And don't wait too long until you transition to the entrepreneur. It's important to fill these roles, to look at your business and also ask yourself, when I have to wear these different hats, which hat I'm wearing most comfortable? What do I like most? Is this more the expert, the leader, or the entrepreneurial role? And if I know what I like, then I also know what I have to fill. So maybe I have to hire a manager who takes charge of all these administrative and managerial roles. Fine. And then you can transition from the expert into the entrepreneur. Or if you are pure entrepreneur, if you have an idea, you want to get something done, you want to provide a service, but you don't know much about the service, well, then you hire experts. This is what I did in the last couple of years. There are many topics we went into, and I wasn't an expert in all of them, no. But we hired people and we developed the business. Sometimes it works, sometimes you learn. Yeah, we also learned a lot, and but this is part of the game. You fail because in order to be successful, you have to go through this process. And every failure you have, it's a learning experience, which is awesome. It's an awesome material, and you should not neglect learning. It is essential on your way to become successful. So hey, yeah, we screwed up many times. We learned a lot, and it is part of the game. So making this transition from the expert to the manager to the entrepreneur is essential, and don't wait too long. Then on the next day, what did we talk about? We talked about that there are different kind of people. There are energy givers, so people really inspire you, people who give you energy, people who come to the team and bring more than they take. We have matchers who basically do both, and we have energy vampires who suck the blood out of you. You really have to be careful that you don't spend too much time with them, because they pull you down. When I told you stories about people I had in my life or I had in my team, about this one employee where whenever I entered the room, or whenever he entered the office, the energy level sort of sunk, which was dreadful. And here again, I made this mistake of waiting too long to change this, because we also learned you get what you tolerate. So if you tolerate this behavior, if you don't do anything against this, well, then that's how it is. Then they won't change and they will suck out your energy. So you have to make this tough call. You have to say, okay, so far and not further. You have to you have to make the decision to end this, because honestly, it's impossible to really change them in the long run. So think about what kind of people you surround yourself with, and are they giving you energy, which is great? Are they taking away energy from you? Then you have to act. Or are they matchers? And matchers you often can inspire to turn into givers, because if givers really have a great impact on your team, they will inspire the matchers, and the matchers will turn into givers, and which creates an A team, an amazing team. And this is what we want, don't we? Because the team is everything. The team is our biggest asset. Because with the team we can provide the service to our customers. With the team we can really move the needle and have the impact in the world we want. We can't do this on our own. So take care of your team and treat them well, and encourage the energy givers, and develop the matchers, and get rid of the energy vampires. Yes, and then on the next day, we realized that what is the ultimate goal of our business? The ultimate goal of our business is to grow. And I showed you this amazing formula, this short formula, which I took from one of my mentors, Keith Cunningham, which means opportunity for growth equals our expertise plus the market needs. We learned that there are different strategies, like the big boy strategy, where you just throw a lot of resources on the client, on the problem, and hope that it develops. Or the 0815 strategy, which is basically just using tactics to improve your business. But this strategy, this simple formula, it's so valuable, it's so powerful, because hey, when you look at your expertise, you look at your skills, of course, the skills of your team, the skills of your organization, other assets like your history, your proven track records, all the projects you did in the past, everything you accumulated, relationships with other business partners, your network, your LinkedIn connection. Yes, everything you have accumulated over the years. This is your expertise. And then you look at the market needs. You need to really see what is the market, what do they really need? And not make the mistake to implement another me business, like the fifth burger restaurant in an area of few hundred meters. Or make the mistake other big companies made, because they didn't anticipate the future. They focus on their Nokia phones, for example, and provided the same product all the time, but not seeing that the market is shifting, the market is changing, and that the needs of our clients are different or will be different. We all experienced this in the last 15 months, where the market needs have changed, where people suddenly invested more in their home because they couldn't travel anymore, which changed their buying habits. They didn't invest in big trips. No, they invested in a TV or in a sauna or in fitness equipment. I built my own gym here because I couldn't go to a fitness studio anymore. Yeah. So what did I buy? I bought sport gear. I bought weights, and stuff to work out. I wouldn't have thought about this a year ago. I had a gym subscription for 15 plus years, which I canceled. So my market needs have changed. And look at what are the market needs of your clients and how can they change. And then you have your opportunity for growth. You take your expertise and you match this with the market needs. And hey, what did we learn on this day? We can't change the market needs. This is not in our power. We can't change our history. We can't change our USP overnight. We can't change our track record, or we can't pump up our network in a short period of time. But what can we do? Yes, we can look for hidden potential. And I told you the story of Jan, who brought in his expertise of Lego Serious Play, and we discovered a complete new service. We first not only amped up our existing project. No, we got into new services. We provided new trainings and workshop services for our clients, only because, well, he brought us to the table. He told us how passionate he is about Lego, and then we just did it. So our expertise can be expanded by looking at tapping into the hidden potential of our employees, which is awesome. And this was basically content of yesterday. And I loved the feedback from in the group. I loved your comments and some of the videos you sent us. Fantastic. And I really feel that you took many of these ideas and you're ready to turn them into practice. And when we closed last night, I invited you to join us again, because we realized that when we grow doesn't come you don't develop strength by going to the gym one day. You don't develop new skills by just reading a book and then calling it a day. No, you constantly need to work out. You constantly need to develop. You constantly need to invest in yourself. This is how I changed from an unhappy, unsuccessful business person who was staring in the abyss with a business which was doomed to fail, and with 10 kilo overweight and lots of problems I was creating in my mind. This is how I turned into the person I'm now, the person talking to you, the person who has founded a couple of companies in between, and now is working as a business angel and investor for startups, and now I'm enjoying my life. 2 years ago, I ran my first marathon, which I would never thought about back then. I couldn't even run 5 kilometers. And you are also able to do this. You're also able to make this transition from where you are to where you want to be. If you remember the first day where we talked about your perfect day as an entrepreneur, you can achieve this when you start investing in yourself, when you're constantly working out and taking the weights and going for the run in a way that helps you as an entrepreneur, meaning working on your skills, connecting with like-minded entrepreneurs, where you spend time with them in a community, where you find accountability partners. I've been on an event like this 2.5 years ago. I went to San Diego in the US, and there I met amazing people, and I met one buddy. Hi, Chris. He's probably watching. And since this day, we are in close contact. Almost every second, third day, we communicate, we text, and we hold ourselves accountable, because we all have flaws, and we all have moments where we doubt ourselves. But when you build this accountability group around you, hey, then you can really move the needle. And this is why we built this event where we invite you to join. This is why we said, okay, we want to take these three areas, the drive, your entrepreneurial drive, where you will focus on you as an individual. You focus on your skills, on your big why. You get clarity about your role, and you stop with this overwhelm. You stop with this mind fuck you're having in your head. You stop with feeling sorry and feeling overwhelmed because you don't know how to deal with all these topics which have piled up. So this day is all about you. This day is for you to get centered, get aligned, and get the strengths you need to drive your business. On day 2, it's all about your culture. It's about the people you surround yourself with, because we learned they give you energy. So if you have the wrong people around you, you get the negative energy. You get energy sucked out of you, which harms your business. So you need to surround yourself with the right fit employees, but also with the right fit clients. So this is why we talk about culture. We talk about how can we create these high performance teams which help us achieve our goals and our dreams. Yes, and we will dive deep into this topic. And on day 3 is all about grow. It's all about how can we really scale our business? How can we eliminate bottlenecks in our entrepreneurial life? And how can we find the right strategy which helps us to grow and develop our business? And these 3 days are action-packed and full of insights and of connecting with other entrepreneurs, building this community and keeping us accountable. And it's only for 97 euro. So it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer for every serious entrepreneur. It's a no-brainer for everyone who really want to make a change in their life. Okay, you can ask yourself, these are 3 days. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to invest 3 days in my life, in my future. Well, yeah, if you have questions, let me know. But if you don't have 3 days, well, then you really have to ask yourself, how important is your life? How important is your future for you? Well, don't let a day become a week become a month, and a month become another year. And then you will remember, oh yes, I learned this change. I learned these ideas, but I never really put it into practice. No, because I was caught up. I was caught up by paying the bills and putting out the trash and putting papers in the file. No, take this time, invest in yourself. Take this time for you, because it's your future. You can also say, yeah, it's an investment, but it's not an investment. It's 90 euro. It's 90 euro, which you can you go to a restaurant, and you spend more money. So this is not a problem. You might often ask yourself, yeah, but what about my family? What about I need to spend time with my family. Yes, that's right. But how would your family feel if you become a different person? Yeah, you become a much more relaxed person, a more successful person, a person who's not overwhelmed anymore. Wouldn't they be happy? Wouldn't they be happy to that you changed, that you developed? Wouldn't it be worth 3 days of your time? 3 days of excluding yourself from your daily activities, excluding yourself from your obligations, and focusing on you, on your drive, on how you develop your culture, and on how to develop a growth strategy to really move the needle of your business. So hey, I think there are no reasons why you should not invest in yourself. You should not attend an event where you can spend time around like-minded entrepreneurs in a community of achievers, where you can grow, where you become a better version of yourself, and where you find accountability partners. So I just only can invite you to join us. The link is somewhere in this group, and if you have questions, contact the team. And I will tell you one thing: this will be a game changer for you, and I'm so much looking forward to even putting more content and really going deep into the topic. We just could scratch because, hey, we only spent half an hour together each day. So this was basically the week, and now I would like to introduce to you my amazing team, the people who make this possible, the people who worked behind the curtain and put everything together, the people who created the worksheet, who helped me with the content, who did all the technical bits and pieces in the background. And I just want to call these people to the stage. Yeah, I want to call Donna and Jan, and unfortunately, Asen couldn't make it today, but I want to call Donna and Jan to the stage and basically introduce yourself to the audience, because it's not me only. It's us. It's the team. It's the people who work in the background. It's my amazing A team. So, team, are you ready to step on the stage? Are you ready to come along? Yes. So I welcome Jan and Donna to the. Oops, sorry. I welcome Jan and Donna to the team. Hey.
Thank you for letting us on stage.
Yes, thank you for having us tonight.
Because it's not only me, it's us who are working on this. And Donna is the amazing person who created all these worksheets and the graphics and all the marketing for this challenge. So thank you a lot, Donna. And Jan, I don't even know where to start because he was involved in everything, and if he wouldn't be around, I wouldn't be around. So
I'm that Lego guy.
Yes, he is the Lego guy. He is the guy who basically took his passion and helped us develop a new business area and offered new services where we almost built big railroad stations and towers and stuff. If there wouldn't have been Corona.
Well, Corona is going away also at some point. So, let's see what happens in a year or two.
Exactly.
Or in 12, whatever.
Yeah. And as I mentioned, Asen, who helps us a lot with content development, he unfortunately is not available right now because he's working. But also a big thank you, Asen, for your contribution. And before we call it a day, I would like to present to you something else as well, or I would like to ask Jan to present something for you, because we have an amazing community of entrepreneurs, the Unshakable Entrepreneur community. And Jan is building this community up. He's managing the community. And Jan, please show our audience a bit about what have you done in the last couple of months and how does it work?
Maybe to start at the point, why are we building a community that's not on Facebook?
Yes,
we see that we have viewers on LinkedIn, we have viewers on Facebook, and some people are on LinkedIn and not on Facebook, and other people are on Facebook but not on LinkedIn. But the goal was to get a point where everybody is, without selling their data to some big companies they might not want to. So we decided to create our own community. And if this works, you can see that you can join our community at community.sebastianschieke.com. So we're using a system called Mighty Networks, which is pretty amazing. You can imagine that we have like our own social network completely just for us. And therefore we call it the Unshakable Entrepreneur Community. And yes, give me any sign in the chat if you're already part of the community, because I'd love to know.
Well, I saw many people who I recognize from their name who are have been here in the course of this week. Yeah.
Yep.
And can we show the community, Jan? Do you have can you share your?
If you give me a
I don't know
second.
if you prepared it. Sorry, this is not just an ad hoc request, but I think this is an amazing place where we can connect with each other, and here it is. Yeah.
So, yeah, you can see the Unshakable Entrepreneur community, which is pretty simple and very intuitive. You have the main feed here in the middle, like you have in Facebook and LinkedIn as well. And we have a few groups and courses. For example, here in the courses, we have the free 5-day Get Unstuck challenge.
Wow, you get all the recordings there.
Huh?
You get all the recordings there.
Yes.
Oh, this is amazing.
If you take a look at the table of content, we have day 1 through 3 already uploaded. Day 4 is in upload right now, and day 5 will be uploaded as soon as we end.
So if you missed this for any reason, then this is the place where to go, where you get all the information, and I guess also the worksheets, Jan. Is it?
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. And the other thing is, we already have a good few members in here, and we'd love to get more, because the more the merrier. And the more people we get in here, the more interesting discussions can start. And our point in this is, we want to grow, you want to grow, let's grow together.
Exactly. And the best thing is, it's for free. Yeah, it's still for free. Whenever we change this model, if you join now, it will be for free for you forever. So I think it's now is the time to, when you enjoyed this week with us, and if you want to continue to not only join our amazing event in June, also join our community where you can connect with us, where you have direct access to Donna, Jan, and myself, and also where you can connect with like-minded entrepreneurs, where you can hold each other accountable, and really have an impact in the world. If you look back at day 1, when we talked about why are you an entrepreneur, and these are things you can discuss with your peer members, and you can hone your skills, and in this community of for this challenge, you can continue your discussion. So just come along, join us, and let us know what your plans are, what your challenges are, and let's work together on that.
And while we're at the topic of community and family, I just got a question from a Mr. Ring. Is it okay if he brings his spouse to the event, or do they need 2 tickets?
No. If you bring your spouse, then the spouse is invited, because it's very important that your partner is in the same boat. Your partner understands you, and your partner understands your transformation and your development. And I'm so happy, and it's a big thank you to my wife, Antonia. I'm so happy that she joined me in going to certain events. We went together to London. We went together to Miami for a big event, and it really helps when you do this together. So if you have a spouse or partner, then bring them along, of course. Yes. So I think this was day 5, and I really had a blast. I had a blast having you around. I had a blast working with you. I really enjoyed all your feedback, your comments, the video you sent us, and all this interaction in the group. I invite you to continue the interaction in our community. I invite you to join us for the Unshakable Entrepreneur event. But the most thing I want is that you take something and implement it on Monday, because if you don't have a plan for Monday, you don't have a plan. I wish you a fantastic weekend, and I hope I see you again.
I think you forgot one thing.
Did I?
We have a worksheet for today.
Oh yes, of course, you have a worksheet for today, and you have to share this now, Jan, because I didn't ask you for the link like I did in the last 4 days. So
that's absolutely true.
Yes. So
then let me share,
which Donna created on the screen.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, should I also tell a few things about it?
Please go ahead.
All right. So, in the last 3 days, you defined, you described, you thought about things, but all of this is not done. So, our assignment for today and the weekend is to get 3 clear targets on how you can implement what you learned in this challenge. So take one thing from the topic of the roles, one thing about energy givers and energy takers, and one thing about, I just forgot the topic.
Grow your business. Oh, sorry, this is too early. This was too early. Grow your business, yeah.
And yeah, if you have these 3 topics, do them by Monday. Let's go.
Exactly. If you wait too long, what I learned is if you don't implement anything what you learned within the first 24 hours, then you will lose a big percentage of your drive. So go for it. Yeah, just execute and report back to us what you achieved, what you experienced, and what other challenges you might have. So again, I wish you a great weekend. Many thanks for joining us this week. It was a blast for me, and I hope I see you again on our event or in the community. Take care.